All right, I believe you are super excited as I am. Okay. The last meeting we had on Friday, we decided to change to do an adjustment on our timetable and our calendar. And what we did was we gave more days of the training. If we have 4 Fridays in a month, we use 3 Fridays for team building and getting started. 3 Fridays, only one Friday for testimony night, which is going to be the last Friday. Then our Saturday meeting is going to be our mentorship meeting. Okay, though we've not started it. Then Saturday evening is going to be product training once in a month or twice in a month, depending on a lot of circumstances. Now, I shared a lot last Friday on getting a new member started. I shared a lot of steps and everything. And for today on is quite direct, and it's a system that I'm sharing today in terms of when a new person registers into your business. When a new person registers into your business, what should you do? How do you get them started? How do you get them to do the business and to become committed? Now, I'm going to be talking about two things. The first one, I'm going to be talking about the 4-step process that you have to go through with every new member when you register any new person. This first step is our system of success. This first step is our system of success. This particular one is our system of success. Then the second thing I'm going to be talking about is what we call the income security index, ISI, income security index. Okay. Now, when you need to understand that success in network marketing and generally in life, as well as winning, takes a lot of sacrifices. It takes a lot of sacrifices. It takes a lot of hard work. No, one of the things I love about network marketing is that it helps you to take charge of your life, where you are not threatened by anybody. In the place of work, in the workplace, if you're working in a company, in an organization, there's a limit, a level you cannot aspire to. Why? Because the moment you start aspiring to that level, you will lose your job. Why? Because even your boss will not want you to get some relevant information so that you don't get to his level. Because if you get to his level, him or she himself will lose their job. So they will keep you at a certain level. So in the workplace, there is a lot of competition. Why? Because they know that if you do better than them, they will lose their job. So they keep you at a certain level. But you see, in network marketing, there's a lot of freedom. That's why you can only get freedom when you build a business, not when you have a job. Okay. Now, one of the first things you need to understand about this is just some things that are basics that you need to know when it comes to building this business. Because if you don't put these things right, you might struggle with winning in this business. The foundation of your network marketing business is your belief system. Your belief system is very important. Now, last Friday I also said that 98% or 95%, anything from 90%, you can use 90. I like to use 98 anyway, but 90% is okay. So let me use 90%. 90% of success in your network marketing business, for instance, in Elixir, for your Elixir International business, is going to be mental. Mental. Only 10% is physical. And I'm going to just share one powerful aspect about the mental aspect of success, because the rejection that you experience in the business is a mental thing. Discouragement is a mental thing. Inspiration is a mental thing. The passion to build this business is mental. It takes a lot of thought to muster yourself to get into action. You will not just wake up. You will not just wake up wanting to do this business. You will not just wake up wanting to do this business. That's why you see, for instance, when we involve in sales, we always one of the things we say when we do sales training, we always tell people that the time will never be right for a customer to start doing to buy your product. It's the same thing with distributors. The time will never be right for them to join the meeting. The time will never be right for them to do the right thing, to make the to do three-way calls. The time will never be right to do anything they want to do that has to do with success in their business. It will never be the right time. So most times people are always getting ready to get ready. They are never ready because they are waiting for the right time. So, but you see, until you begin to take action, and you cannot just take action because you want to. Action is a function of belief. You will never take action towards something you don't believe in. So the first foundation is to build your belief system. And in building your belief system, this is where desire comes in, because in belief system, you need to find your why, your reason, the thing that drives you, that thing that you want to change that you don't like, that thing that you want to change that you don't like. So one of the things I normally do, I'm sharing with you, this is over 10 years of experience of doing something long enough, failing in it until I got it right. Prophets are aware of what I'm about to say. Now, when I set goals, when I write vision, when I write my vision, I always write vivid vision. And I set goals. I will write goals in smaller papers. When I write my goal in my book, I will duplicate it. I will now, what I do, I always like to write it in a foolscap paper. After I've written it in my book, I will write it again, because there is a law of declaration that if you write something long enough, like for 21 times, it will register a thought. It will become a habit. If you write something 21 times, it will become a habit. So writing is not your mind recognizes your right, what you write. So what I do, I will write my goal again on a paper. Then after I will write it clear. Not, some people will write goals like signature, that they themselves, when they see, they will need to think to be sure of what they have written there. No, you have to write your goal in a good handwriting. There are some people that their writings are like signature that only them understand. It's okay as long as you are the one that you understand what you have written there. Write it in a foolscap paper. What I do, I'm telling you what I do. So I will not duplicate it. I'll go and photocopy it. When I photocopy it, what am I going to do? I will put if you currently are building network marketing full time, or you have a work, I always like to put it in a place where I sit to look at most of the time to do all my work. So my television currently, I don't look on it. I cannot remember when last I turned on my TV to watch anything. So I will put it on my TV screen. I will just use sellotape to tape it to the TV screen. Then I will also put it in my kitchen. The one I'm putting in my kitchen, I always laminate it. Why? Because when you cook in the kitchen, it disperses fumes into the air, which if it's on the paper, it can spoil the paper. And I also laminate the one I put in the bathroom, because if you are using water heater, when you're bathing, water will always splash. So I always laminate the one I put in the bathroom and the one in the kitchen. Why am I putting it in other spaces? Because you see, that you have written your goal, that you set a goal, that you have a plan, does not mean you will achieve it. You need to understand the law of manifestation, the law of what makes some things that you have written to come to pass. It will not just come to pass because you wrote it, no matter how good the idea is. In as much as you know that success is a progressive realization of a worthy goal, of a worthy idea, of a worthy dream. It doesn't mean that you have a dream. Okay, a lot of us on this call, we've had dreams in the past. How many of them have we achieved? And every time you write a goal, you don't achieve the goal. It's actually a stone that you have written, because goals withdraw your as as a result of a desire. That's why we always say, ensure that you build you create that desire, because if you don't create the desire, if your goals are not connected to your emotion, it will not pull you towards action. You will not achieve them. And when you don't achieve them, they become a threat, because failure become a threat to future aspiration. If you do something today and you fail at it, that is already a threat that has been established, that tomorrow when you want to take up an opportunity, the failures of the past will begin to haunt you. Success is not negotiable. Why? Because 5 years from now, 2 months from now, there will be new opportunities you want to take on. And if you failed in the past, it becomes a threat. And a man that does not have a vision will live in the past. If you don't have a vision, you will live in the past. I used to be this. I used to have this. We are talking about today. The past is gone. We need new records. You need new records. Life has moved. The world is changing very fast. The world is changing very fast. So you duplicate all those things in the places where you know you go often. If you are the type that is always moving, then you can get what we call index card. Don't just be carried away by the name. You can create index card. You can cut out a carbon paper in a size of what you can put inside your wallet. Put your goal, write your goals in each one of them. One card represents one goal. So every time you open your wallet, you can just bring out the card and look at them. Why? Because to keep your mind, to keep your goal on your mind. Because if you don't keep it, the one of the laws of how to manifest a goal and a dream or a desire or a vision is when you hold it in your mind. Just like when you snap a picture, sometimes if you notice before you snap a picture, you will first of all turn the camera. Why are you adjusting the camera? So that you can get a good picture. This is the way the mind functions. When you want to snap someone, you adjust the camera. You adjust the camera and the moment you get the right shot, the right thing you are looking for, you take the picture. And when you take the picture, it will go through development before it will be printed out in a copy. It's the same thing with the mind. So the reason for you to write all your goals and to put them on in an index card in your wallet is for you to keep it in your mind, so that because out of sight is out of mind. Especially when you go out of the house, if you're going to go out of your house, out of your office, and you're going to spend like 5 hours outside, carry index card. Your goals, if your mind does not remember your goal, your mind is a thinking organ. If it's not thinking on the good thing, it will think on the bad thing. So if you don't give your mind what to think of, it will always think of anything. And don't forget, your mind does not discriminate between anything that is good or bad. It will think of anything, whether good or bad, both destruction, construction, everything. It thinks about it. It doesn't care. It's immortal when it comes in its function. It doesn't discriminate. So you need to understand this about the mind. And you see, the mind functions in pictures. Your spirit thinks in words. Your words are created for the spirit, because words open your mind. Words like prayer opens the realm of the spirit. It transports you from the physical realm to the immortal realm, to the spiritual realm. But when it comes to the mind works with pictures and images. So when you have written something, it is already established in your spirit that thing has already come to pass. But you see, the time is going to take your spirit to actually give you the physical equivalence of what you have written in this earth. That is where time comes into picture. The Bible says that Abraham believed God and it was counted for him for righteousness. And if you read the book of Genesis, you will discover that the time that God told Abraham that he was going to have a son in his old age, and the time it happened was a period of time. It didn't happen the day God told him. Why? Because even though God is powerful and he has told Abraham something, he still needs the mind of Abraham to believe what he has told him. And when even God told Abraham, the Bible says that Sarah laughed and mocked in her heart. She didn't laugh out. She just that gesture of unbelief. And God, because he's unknowing, he knew that. He now said, Sarah, why did you laugh? He now said, that was when God now said, okay, I will surely do this and I will bring it to pass because I am God. Now, God knows that Abraham has not believed. That you join Elixir, trust me, you don't yet believe in Elixir International. The day you believe, you will know, because I cannot determine your believing. Because your five senses is with you. You are the owner of your eyes. You know when to use your eyes. You are the owner of your ears. You own them. So I cannot determine when you're going to believe something. You are the one to do your believing on your own. So what did God do to Abraham? God, even though God said those things to Abraham actually caught it with his spirit, and it came to pass the day God said it. But you see, in the physical world, we don't live in our physical world with our spirit. We live in this physical world with our mind. The mind is the seat of emotion. And what is the seat of emotion? The seat of action. If you're going to take action, it's going to come from your mind. It's going to come. Your mind is what directs the activities of your physical being. If you're going to move from A to B, point A to point B, it has to come from your mind. If you're going to do anything, it's going to come from your mind. So God took Abraham outside and he said, count the stars. As Abraham was counting the stars, the Bible now said that, and Abraham believed God, and it was counted. That was when he actually believed, before that manifestation of what God told him came to pass. I said that to say this. If, for instance, now you are living in one room. I remember when I was staying in a hotel when I was my former company, and the hotel I was staying was not the kind of hotel I want to stay, but because that was what I could afford at that time, and I know I was going to be staying for long, I needed to get the cheapest hotel. So, and if I don't create these pictures of what I'm telling you and what I did, and I went to tell the hotel manager, I said I would like to write on the walls of the hotel that the day I want to leave, I am going to drop money for painting, for them to repaint it. So what I did was, all the walls of my hotel room, I wrote all my goals. And when I did that, I told them that I cannot allow them to clean my hotel room, that I will do the cleaning myself. After all, I'm not playing inside now. What are they coming to clean? Because I don't want someone to come with their negative energy to come and scatter my forces. So I always carry my room. I don't longer drop my room key at the hotel reception if I'm going out. So I always carry my key. So I wrote all my vision on the ceiling. I climbed. I wrote on the ceiling. So if I sleep on my bed and I look up, before you sleep, where your eyes is solely looking at something, that direction your eyes will be at before you fall asleep. If you want to manifest your goal, find your dreams, your pictures of your dream, put it in that direction, because the last thing your eyes see before you sleep is what your mind will repeat the next day. So if you have been going to bed sleeping in your one-bedroom apartment, self-contained, and you don't give your mind a new picture of anything, the process will continue. It's just a recycle of the kind of life you have been living, will just be repeating itself again and again. So, but when you put your dreams, your goals on the walls, put it in these places, then your wardrobe, because you're going to wear clothes, your mirror that you use to brush your tooth, where you are brushing your mouth, that place, put your goals there. Every place you do some activities in your house, where you cook, put your goals there. Your dining table where you're going to sit to eat food, put it there. Where you urinate, as you are urinating, that is very powerful. One, as you are urinating, you are looking at something. You don't look at your urine all the time where you are urinating. You don't look at your water, where the urine is coming out from. You don't look at all those things. There are some places your eyes are going to. Put pictures of your goals there. Then if you are shitting, you are excreting, as you sit, definitely you will not close your eyes. Your eyes will be looking at somewhere. The place your eyes are going to be looking at, what I do, I will also put my vision goals. If I did a picture, I will laminate it and I will put it in the back of the door of my bathroom. So as I close the door when I'm excreting, my eyes will just be looking, so that I can give my mind, I can be reminding my mind of what I want to become, so that my mind does not replay my past. Because if your mind does not play, if you don't give your mind the vision of the future, it's going to repeat the past. It's going to repeat. That's why some people, some of them, they've written goals for 5 years ago, and those goals, let's say they wrote goals 2015. So some people, the goals they wrote in 2015, 2010, they've not achieved them. Why? Because since they don't achieve them, what happened that it is a recycle. So they've had 1 year, 2010, repeated 10 times in 1 decade. So if these things I have to do this so that in a simple way that you can understand it. It looks stupid, but don't just take me for my word. Do it. It's a principle. It's in the Bible. It's a principle. So do it and see what will happen. See whether you will not be inspired. Believe in. Do you know that you have to work on you have to, when we say believing, it means you want to convince yourself that you have to do this. That is what believing is. You are trying to persuade yourself, because you don't yet believe. Believing is persuasion. Believing is convincing. You have to conceive an idea, internalize it. Internalize it means you are holding it. And if you're going to hold a picture, it has to be in your mind. If it will be in your mind, that means you must see something. You must hear something. So that is that on vision. Now, another thing about what we do is, in this business, success is a function, is a process in the first place. And a process, you see, is the dirty work. Process is the dirty work. Now, process is actually the method or the plan you intend to follow to accomplish your goal, despite the short-term distraction, the obstacles, and shortcomings you may currently possess or encounter in the course of achieving success. Process is a function of action, time. It takes time to achieve success. You cannot microwave success. It takes time to achieve success. And Taking action is actually what gives you success. Okay, and we always say that almost all the learning in network marketing is in the doing. If you are not doing, you are not learning. That you read about Elixir compensation plan does not mean that you have taken action until you present it. That is when you have started doing the compensation plan. Okay, so and if success doesn't happen overnight, if it doesn't happen in 1 week, because some people when they come into this business, they expect success to happen overnight. Let me ask you a question. If you open a supermarket or you open a shop to sell something, and you, after opening the shop, you go home, you didn't come day one to for 2 weeks or 1 month to open the shop, do you expect to make sales? The answer is no. If you are employed in a job and you don't resume work, at the end of the day, they will sack you. Why? Because you are not taking your business serious. But you see, we're gonna get in network marketing. That is actually the order of the day. But you see, if you don't get success overnight, you cannot say that I took action in day one, I took action day two, I took action in 3 weeks, in 1 month, in 2 months, in 3 months, and where is the success? When we talk about consistency in this business, like Prof said in the last meeting, it is not 100 times. Consistency is not doing it 100 times. It's not doing it 50 times. It's not doing it in 3 months. No, you do it until you achieve the result. You do it until you achieve the result. That is what consistency is all about. That's how we always define success. That success is going the extra mile. Success is doing the extra phone call. When you have exhausted yourself, doing it one more time is what success is all about. So we talk about the law of 10,000 hours. That for you to become a professional in anything, it will take at least 10,000 hours. So for you to achieve success in network marketing in Elixir International, you have to do what people are not doing. You have to work more. You have to do more. You have to read more. You have to learn more. Work more. That is the only way. Where people are putting, they will not look into their Elixir International business in the whole day. They will not talk to anybody. They will not show the plan. They will not do anything. You have to take advantage of those opportunities. Show the plan. Do the activity, because until you do all these things, success will not find you. You discover that when you do the things you are supposed to do, the things that are required, success will surely find you. I am telling you, success will surely find you. It is going to happen. Okay, so then when people come when people register into your Elixir International business, the majority of people that join your business, they actually don't join Elixir. They are joining you. That's why you become a role model for the people that you are registered into this business. They must achieve success because they came in contact with you. That is the reason for personal self-development, so that you can become an inspiration to people. Because if you are not making progress, you are not learning new things, you will remain where you are. And the only thing your mind can do is to replay your past for you. And nobody likes their past. Nobody likes it, especially if currently you are not making the kind of money you want to make. Your past is a regret, and the present is going to be boring. The present is going to be boring. Okay, so the majority of people that join your business, they only just want to make part-time income. They don't really necessarily want to become a millionaire. That is actually we call it the minimum mentality in network marketing. People that join your business, they only just want to make part-time income. So what you have to do, you have to manage expectations. As you start working with a brand new person, when they come for the Zoom meeting, when they come for the physical presentation in Port Harcourt, or wherever you're having your meeting in Onitsha, in Ondo State, in Abuja, wherever, in Abia State, wherever, you want to manage their expectation. Because in their mind, they have that minimum mentality that if I can just make 100,000 in a month, probably on a monthly basis, their expenses is 200,000 naira more than what they actually have in income. So they are 200,000 naira in debt on a monthly basis. So what they're actually looking at is, or maybe it is 50,000 naira. So that difference that we make them to be debt free is actually what they are looking for on a monthly basis. So they don't really have a big picture of what they want to achieve. They just want that minimum money that can get them ahead and be floating on a monthly basis. But once we start doing the presentation, we start making the dreams. We start sharing stories of success, of testimonies. So what happened, that their thought process will begin to change. It start changing, and they will begin to see the bigger picture. So even though they came with a minimum mentality, they will now begin to see the bigger picture, because a lot of people that are into network marketing don't understand how network marketing business work. If you work network marketing part-time, you will get part-time result. If you work it full-time, you're going to get full-time result. So when you manage their expectation, you manage their expectation by meeting them where they are. When you meet them where they are, you now make a proper connection with them, and then take them to where they want to be based on their set goals. Don't forget, this is where goals will come in again. If they don't set goals, they will not achieve anything. Nobody move in the direction that they don't know. Okay, so you're going to make proper connections with them by taking them to where they want to be based on their set goals, their vision, their dreams, and paint the bigger picture for them so that you can get them started right. Because if they start right, they will also finish right. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is, under getting new distributors started right, is the 4 steps to success. This is actually the first step that everybody you register into Elixir International, this first step, you must go through with them. This first step, you have to model this first step. You are not going to be teaching it. You are not teaching the first step. You are modeling it. That means you are showing, you are going through with them the first step. And if you have not gone through this first step, you will need to do it, because we are talking about success in network marketing. Now, the first thing is to become product of the product. Now, this thing, it took me a lot of time to understand this concept. A lot of people have been hearing be a product of the product, but they don't understand where this phrase came from and how it came from and why this phrase, becoming a product of the product. Now, understand the product we have. The moment you have established the dream with the new distributor, that means they have to set goals. They have to establish their why, establish the dream with the new distributor. The next thing you want to do is to secure and help them to develop their own testimony and story. Because it is story that sells. It is story that sells. Every other thing you do is just telling about the opportunity. It is story that sells the opportunity. So you secure their own, help them to secure and develop their own testimony and their story. Okay, within 24 hours to 14 days. And the reason why it's within 24 hours to 14 days, listen, please understand this. We have 10 products. Out of the 10 products, we have 2 products that can give you results in 24 hours, between 24 hours time frame to 14 days. And those 2 products are wiper tea and repair. So when someone registers into the business, if you look at if they are doing affiliate, they're already picking wiper tea by default. If they are doing EC1, which is Elixir Consultant 1, they can pick repair and any other product. They can pick repair and a tumor free. Repair and joint care, but the most important is that repair is in that anything they are picking, repair must be in it. It's either you pick repair or you pick wiper tea. Okay, depending on and these 2 products, whether the person have any ailment or not, they will feel different. So because you want to get a testimony, you want to get a story, and that story, when you get that story, what you want to do is to share it with your upline. So you tell them to share the story with you, because whenever a new distributor comes into your business, the new distributor is supposed to bring in excitement. It's supposed to bring in new energy. It's supposed to bring in new inspiration, motivation, new testimonies, and even increase income. That is the essence of registering a new person. A new distributor is the next level. So because if you don't have new people coming into your business is dying. And if your business die, even you, that's why you see someone that does not have people that come to his business on a monthly basis, after some time, the person will begin to get discouraged. You understand a lot of things that has happened in your business in network marketing in the past that you didn't understand why they happen and what made them to happen, and you now understand today, and you begin to take something serious. So why is this important? Why is product of the product important? Now, The last thing every new distributor will ever do is to register. That is the last thing they will ever do, is to register. Because according to network marketing philosophy, over approximately or over, depending on if you allow it, 70% of the people who register into this business in network marketing will not do anything. Out of 100%, 70% will not do anything. So what we are dealing with is only 30%. It's only 30% of the people that you register into your business that will repeat anything that has to do with the business of Elixir International. Only 30%. So ask yourself, if you have registered only 2 people, what is 30% out of 2 people? If you do 30%, that is 0.03. It's not up to a full human being. Because 2 people, you have to get to 10 for you to get 1. So anything that make you to have registered anything less than 10 people, what you have is bush baby in your business. You have half human being that are still under incubator. This is actually success in network marketing. So out of the 100% of people you will register, 70% will never do the business. They will never attend meeting from day one. I'm talking about from day one. They will never attend meetings. They will never attend Zoom meetings. They will not order products. They will not register anybody. They will not participate on the groups where you add them to the group. They will not ask any question. They will not participate in any activity. They will never do a 3-way call. Why? They are done with the business from the very first day they registered. The reason why it is 70% is because in network marketing, there is no qualification or requirements you must go through prior to becoming a new member or to sign a new person. No requirement is needed. No qualification is needed. So what it means is that you can stay as an amateur, as a novice in network marketing as long as you choose to. It is up to you to remain as an amateur. So, and you know, in network marketing, amateur don't make money. It is the professionals and the artists that makes money. So what you want to do is to move. If you are an amateur, you move yourself from amateur to become a professional before you become an artist. Okay, so you learn how to become a professional by learning how to handle people that come into your organization. This is very important. So, and another thing about the reason why it is 70% is because the learning index in network marketing, the learning time it takes for someone to learn the business is very short. It's not like in university whereby to become a master degree, a BSc degree holder in medicine, you have good 7 years. In engineering, you have 4 to 5 years. Enough time. In network marketing, you don't have up to 2 months to learn the profession. You have limited time, short time to learn. That is why we always encourage everybody, use the system, and we have started creating the system because we are not done. The system is actually in process. As we create the system, we're going to publish it in the different groups so that everybody that joins you, we run them through the system. Because if you want to, you cannot, if there is no system in network marketing, this business will not work. Because with the system, you don't have to fully rely on the new distributor. So you have a recording of the different training that we want them to, how to do a registration, getting a new member started, including, you can imagine this recording we're going to put it on YouTube and everything. So everybody that comes to your business, you give them this thing to listen to. So you're already conditioning their mind. All the trainings we're going to do, we're going to put them in a system. So that is what the system is. All the materials, the system, how to do registration. We're going to do a recording. We'll get a link and use it to create the system. So as you register someone, all you need to do is to just follow up on them, work with them through the process. This is how to do registration. First time, sometimes you can do it with them, and the first time and the next time you watch them doing it, because the most thing you want to do is the system is to make them to become independent. So the only time they will need is when they are doing 3-way call or when they want to share testimony. But as to doing registration, buying product, doing repurchase, they don't need you in all those things. But we discovered that when people register into the business, you see someone, the leader is the one helping the members to do registration, helping them to do repurchase, helping them to even encash, withdraw, buy wallet. We have a system in the back office that can help you to buy wallet. You can buy wallet from your back office. You don't need to send money to the company account. The only time you do that is when you're having network issue based on Flutter Wave on your back office. If it's taking time, you can send money to the company's account and they will credit the admin will fund your wallet. But if you really want a system that is independent from the company, what you do is go to your back office, click on buy wallet. Those are the systems we're going to create. Click on buy wallet, and when you click on buy wallet, it will show, it will follow, you follow the steps based on the recording that we have created. Then when you buy the wallet, the wallet will drop in your back office after you refresh. As soon as you finish making the payment, in less than 5 minutes, you have already gotten your wallet in your back office. Then you can do the registration. But we see people are helping people to do registration. How do you expect your team to grow? Because don't forget, if the time for learning, just like when you eat a particular food, if your body does not digest the food in 4 hours, it becomes poison. The same thing with network marketing. If the time that they are supposed to learn what they want to learn, they don't learn it, they will begin to get discouraged. And that is why we say attrition will take place in 30 days, 90 days of in their business. When they join the business, if the first 90 days, new distributor will quit the business. Why? Because they didn't get them through to start the right way. So you need to understand this. So why is this the very first thing? This part of the product, why is it the very first thing? You know, we understand the behavior of the 70%. Those 70%, we understand their behavior. So what we do is we work to increase the 30%. So from 30%, we will work it to 40 to 50. Like that, we increase the number, because the more you do this business, the more you get better at it. If you're not in the business, if you're not in presentation, you will never be good at presentation. And one of the skills you want to learn to make money, one is good communication skill, and that will come in when you do presentation. 2 is content creating, because you can never sell your ideas until you put it into content writing. 3 is sales. Some people don't know how to do presentation. If you test everybody on this call, how many of you know how to do presentation? Can you dare me one day I say, hello, sir, I want to handle the business presentation on Tuesday or Sunday. But you just come like you keep every Tuesday, every Sunday to receive presentation. Until you start doing it, you have not learned it, because every learning is in the doing. So you can just be there and just keep learning, You will never be a master in anything. You will never be good at anything, because the more you do something, you increase the law of average. Sometimes your law of average can be 1:10. That means out of every 10 person you bring to the business, out of every 10 person you talk about your business opportunity to, 1 person will register. It will get to a time your 1% will increase to 2%. It will increase to 3%. And that is how your law of average is also called the law of the third. The law of the third, the law of average will begin to increase. There are some people that if they talk to people, the people will not join the business. Why? Because they have not built their belief system. So because when you build your belief system, that is what creates trust. We always talk about that. The only thing that makes your customers to believe in you is trust. And how do you build trust? Through your belief system. The moment you believe in your product, you have already built trust that you can share with your customers, that will make them do the business. So as long as we understand the behavior of the 70%, we want to work to increase our 30% to 40%. So the first thing you are getting from product of the product is testimony. So if you give someone our white party in 24 hours, there are 2 types of way to take the white party. It's either you brew it, BREW, brew it, meaning you can, the way you take Lipton and you just put the bag into the cup and boil water and pour. You can take it like that. Another way you can take it is you let it go through fermentation, because the result you get when it goes through fermentation, it comes with a very powerful properties of probiotics when you go through fermentation. Why? Because 70% of your immune system is in your gastrointestinal tract, your colon. And there's a saying that if you are 50% healthy in your colon, you can handle every kind of disease. 50%, because almost all the systems in your body, they run through the colon. The colon is your digestive system. It's your gastrointestinal tract. Is it the pancreas? It runs through the colon. Even the liver is connected to the colon. The kidney as well. The small intestine, the large intestine, the thyroid gland. Name all the different systems. They all run through the digestive system. Immune system, 70% of the immune system is in the colon. The nervous system, 30% of the nervous, 20% of the nervous system is in the colon. Without the colon, without the gastrointestinal tract, your immune system, your brain cannot communicate with any other parts of the body system. So when you now take white party, you can tear the bag, open it, pour the content inside the flask of 1.5 liter of water, or if it's 1.5 liter of flask, you can put 2 bags of white party, pour the shaft inside, then pour hot water, cover it, and let it stay for 8 to 12 hours before you start drinking it, because at that time it has fermented. Now, when it finishes, the water finishes, you don't need to throw away that shaft. You can pour water, so you can use one wiper tea bag for 1 month. One wiper tea. So the moment you pour the water, as you leave it to steep, the color of the water will change. The only time you will discard the shaft is when you put water and you wait for after 8 hours, the color did not change. That means that one is already useless. So you put a new one. If not otherwise, just continue pouring water, and you can recycle one wiper tea or 2 wiper tea for 3 weeks, even up to 1 month. So if they take the wiper tea, they will get results in 24 hours, 48 hours, and 3 days, maximum 7 weeks with the wiper tea. Then let's come to the repair. Now, if you give someone the repair, but I said that by the 3rd day, the entire immune system will reset. The 2nd day, the guts, the gastrointestinal tract will reset. In 24 hours, the dopamine, the autophagy will take place. So when you give someone the repair, in 3 days' time, they will begin to share some testimony with you. That testimony, that is what you need. That is what you need. So when you get testimony from people, what happens is that if they decide not to do the business, if they decide not to do the business, you can leave them as a wholesale customer. And that thing about testimony, when people get testimony, it excites them. They will be excited in the first place. They will now, it also build their beliefs. Don't forget, when you join the business, you have the belief system that you used to join. That belief system must grow. If it doesn't grow, you will not make progress. So when you now get a testimony from using the product, or you now show the product to someone and the person share the testimony, it will also build the belief system further. And when that happens, it will build passion. And when it builds passion, that is when someone can talk about the business. Look at Marcel in Anam Onitsha. Why do you think he's going about doing presentation? We didn't tell him to do all those things. I don't think we're the one that inspired him to do so. But because he has been having a particular issue since 2008, he has been on drugs every day. When he used the product, that problem disappeared. It disappeared. So that fired him up. It became a craze. It fired him up that he was like a mad person to talk about Elixir International. That passion is something else. So, and that thing about testimony is that it will give you recommendation. Even if they will not do the business, they will recommend it. We'll get to why all these things are important. They will recommend the business. Now, there's something we call entrepreneurial optimism, which is the 3rd thing under product of the product. Now, entrepreneurial optimism is a general belief that everybody have about every network marketing company, that, oh, because I'm a member of Elixir International, there's a belief that the product works, even though we haven't seen any results. But you see, in Elixir International, we don't have a problem with entrepreneurial optimism. Why? Because we can get a confirmation of our product working for someone that took the product within 24 hours to 7 days, maximum 14 days, when you give them repair. As long as they take it with fruit fast, you will get a confirmation. Because we know the longer, sometimes some companies, when you give them their product, it can take up to 1 month for someone to get testimony. That is if they will get the testimony in 1 month. But you see, with our own, in 24 hours to 14 days, but you have to know the kind of product you are giving them. You cannot get this kind of product of the product testimony by giving someone purifier capsule and the rest. We're talking about is quick testimony that can build up belief system. All right. So you can use these 2 products to get that. Now, remember that this 70% of people we are talking about that will not do the business also fall about people that will take the product and they will not do the business, but they will get testimony. So when they get testimony, they will also do recommendation. I will always say that the best form of advertisement is from a satisfied customer. The best form of advertisement is from a satisfied customer, because at that time, when they recommend someone to you, the person is paying instantly. You will not need to do presentation. You will not need to share testimonies. Why? Because there's already a living proof of that. Now, the second step is build a list of names. Build a list of names. Now, when you register a new distributor, they must build a list of 100 names. Now, out of the 100 names, 50 will be opportunity seekers, 50 will be product users. Opportunity seekers are people that are looking for opportunity. Product users are people that want to use the product to either stay healthy, or people that want to use the product to support any known chronic diagnosis like diabetes or any health condition like high blood pressure. Okay, these two categories of people must be in your list of 100 names. So it's something you have to think. It's not something you have to be in a hurry to write. No, you have to brainstorm. You have to go through your books. You have to go through your sometimes you have to go through your phone one after the other. Be looking at all your contact, because as you see a name, you begin to think. When sometimes you see a name on your phone, it will flash a memory of that person to you. You can tell. You get, so that is how you create a list of names. Now, your list of name is your resources, is your social capital, is your capital you're going to use to build this business, is your database, is your pipeline. What flows through a pipeline? Water flows. They call it flow. The essence of pipeline is flow. So for you to generate cash flow, you must have a pipeline of people, because if you don't have a list of names and you don't have people to invite into the meetings, you don't have people to launch your business with, before you know it, you begin to get afraid. Fear will come in. Why? Because when there's nobody to talk to, you begin to do a do or die prospect. That means the moment you talk to one person and the person does not say yes, you become emotional, you become angry. But when you have a list of names, when you talk to number one and the person does not respond, you have number two. So you don't have time to, because we always say that you have to emotionally detach yourself from the outcome of people's decision. You cannot force people to join the business. You just have to guide them and show them, present the opportunity, sow the seed. Whether they will join the business or not, it depends on you. That's where you build your belief system. You build your belief system, okay? So that is the first thing the list of names give you. The second thing the list of names gives you is a foundation of your belief system. When you write a name, it's actually building your mental toughness. Why? Because there will be a lot of people you will talk to about this business that will reject the opportunity. The list of names will now make you to be tough. Why? Because if one person rejects opportunity, you have number two. That is toughness. Number three, number four. We always say some will, some won't. So what? Who is next? Someone else is waiting. Another way we tell you for you to do this is when you write in a list of names, it means you are ready to build an organization. And one of the ways to do that, when you are after finish writing the list of names, you have to now schedule meetings or appointments. It could be home meetings, which you take to the next thing anyway. So you can apply your resources, the resources of your list. Because if you don't schedule meetings, the list is useless. The essence for the list is to schedule meetings and to launch your business. So you look at a monthly calendar of 30 days. And on 30 days, you can do the 30 days you can, that is what we always say, that you can predict this business based on the calendar, based on the appointment, the schedule that you're going to be keeping. Now, the third thing you need to do to get a new distributor started is to set up at least four business launch. And the essence of the list is to use your list to launch your business. So there are two ways to create lists. You write lists. For me, I would prefer write list of names you have in your contact, which is on one market. Then the other way to create a name list is to run an ad. That one will give you fast results. Run an ad. Just run an ad. People will come to your DM. If you are looking for people to talk to, run an ad. People will come to your DM. Then you prospect them. Do a three-way call. Do a three-way call with your upline, because your upline believe more in the opportunity than you. So you want to leverage on his belief system before you build your own up to his level. Okay, so you set up number three, you set up four business launch. So you have to launch every member in the first 30 days of joining the business. You must launch them. So you can do that either with home meetings. That means you're going to be doing home meetings. It has to be 4 within a month. Hotel events. You can use a hotel space, maybe use a hotel space, or you can do seminars. You can use the Elixir International Office. The days that we're not having a general meeting, tell CEO that you're going to be having a business launch. Do 4 business launch. 4. You can do 4 in a week. You can do 2 in a week. You can do 1 in a week. It depends on the time that the person can create for this. Now, don't forget that Why? Okay. Why do we do? Why are we saying you should set up a for business launch? Why is this important? The reason is for this is because of the 70% of the people that will not do your business. Those people, they exist. They are your problem. Those 70% are your problem, because they will never have anything to do with this business. Why? Because you never gave them assignments. There was nothing for them to work, nobody to work with them, nobody to walk them through. So what they needed to do, nobody told them what they needed to do. So this business business launch you're going to be launching every member is one of the elements to expand and duplicate and grow your business. All right. Now, when it comes to building this business, there's a lot of thought process that you're going to actually employ to build this business. A lot of thought process. I just have less than about 8 minutes to round up this meeting. So just stay with me. Now, the fourth thing and the last thing on the 4 steps that you must go through with every new distributor is you have to plug them into the system. This one is very important. You must plug them into a system. Now, what system are we talking about? I already talked about the first for the first system is getting new distributors started, which is the product of the product, build a list of names, setting up business meeting, plug into a system. Then the orientation for new members. I've already done a training on orientation, so we also indicate that this is orientation for new members. So that is what you plug them into by giving them that recording. Then before I even continue with this, under plugging them into the system, under setting up a business launch, there is a recording I'm going to make available for everybody. It's a hotting box recording on how to launch a huge network marketing business. It's just 16 minutes. Every member that you register into this business must listen to that recording. It's a video recording on how to launch a business. Everybody must listen to it. If you really want your organization to grow, listen to that thing again and again, not once. Sometimes some people will listen to something once and they will say, I have listened to it. The law of being a professional says you must do something for 10,000 hours to become a professional. 10,000 hours. I don't care how many times the 10,000 hour will be. Normally, if you take 4 hours a day, it will take you 7 years to become a professional. If you use your own 16 hours or 21 hours, it will take you about 6 months to become a professional. And if you do it 24 hours, at least it will take you 3 months. That's why we do 90 days game plan. Why? Because we want to compress time frames. What we want to achieve in 7 years, we are bringing it to 3 months, and we are giving ourselves burst of energy, doing things that ordinarily will not do, going the extra mile, making extra phone call, doing everything we need to do that we would not have done otherwise. Why? Because we want to achieve 7 years results in 3 months. So we have to walk the walk. We have to walk beyond getting tired. When we are tired, we continue. Okay, so that recording is very important. It will inspire you, trust me. Watch it again and again until you believe everything and you understand everything is said in that 16 minutes recording. Everything is said. Now, how do you plug people into the system? We have Zoom meetings like this training. Every week, we're going to put out our calendar very soon. Every week we have meetings on Tuesdays. These are the days we shouldn't be reminding you. If we are reminding you about meetings, it means we are managing you. And if we manage you, you will not be successful. Trust me. Don't allow anybody to manage you. When the time commitment is when you make up your mind to do this business, you tell yourself, I'm going to, on my own, join the meeting without you reminding me. Has anybody reminded me of this meeting before? For me to do this meeting, I have to prepare for the meeting. Because if I don't prepare for the meeting, it will all be bored. Everybody coming here. A preparation of the head, we go from the head, we go to the head. A preparation from the heart, we go to the heart. You cannot fake it. You cannot fake it. You cannot pretend to be doing this business. If you're not doing the business, you're not doing the business. And if you're living with people that are not doing the business, there are plenty. If you're living with people that are earning money, there are plenty. You have to find the right kind of people you can draw inspiration from so that you will not get discouraged in this business. So connect them to our Zoom meetings. That is how you plug into the system. 2, introduce them to your upline. Not just one upline. Introduce them to 3 uplines, at least on top of them. The one that you place them under, the one that one that you place under is under, and the one that those 2 that you place under is under, and including you yourself, making it 4. Introduce them, let them, you see, you have to do an acquaintance for them to know the family members that they belong to. Because when people discover that they are just a face in the crowd, they can easily sneak out and not do this business, and nobody will notice them. But when they know that they are recognized, people know them, they will not be able to run away. It's part of the security system. So you connect them to our weekly office presentation in Elixir International Office. We have weekly trainings, meetings. Then we have events on a monthly basis. On a monthly basis, like next month in February, we're having a mega launch of an award event in Elixir International in Port Harcourt. These are the meetings you have to plug them to. If they are within that area, let them join. If they are not within the area, they can invite. They can invite people to the meeting. Then you also plug them to our millionaire mentorship call. Millionaire mentorship call and our three-way call system that you can use to close all your prospects. Okay, so that is that. Then the second thing for today, and which is the last thing, is the income security index. Now, this is very important. Now, the income security index is all about retaining your members. It's all about retaining your members and securing them in your business. Okay, now the majority of people in network marketing build their business based on recruitment, which is not a bad thing, but you will now understand which is better so that you know where you are focusing your energy, where you direct your energy to. While some, they build their, and then the majority as well also build their business based on product consumption volume. Now, you need to understand that recruitment grows your business. Product consumption secures your business. Recruitment can give you a big check. It is product consumption that will give you consistent residual check. So under income security index, we have two types of income and volume. The first one is recruitment volume, and the second one is product consumption volume. So I'm ending with this anyway, so just stay with me. So let me draw something. We have like a graph. So we have volume here, we have volume here, and we have time. Okay, so we have time, we have time here, then we have volume here. Okay, now the first volume we are talking about here is recruitment volume. Now, recruitment volume is the volume that comes from when you recruit people, you register people into the business. When you sell, for instance, an EC6 package, you will get 900 PV in your team, in your back office organization. Okay, now you will discover that that person you register with the EC6, because whether you are selling a package to a customer for treatment or to someone that wants to do the business, every one of us is a sales representative of Elixir International. We are also a customer as well. So if you sell EC6 package, you have registered an account, a new distributor. Whether it is going to be is going to fall into the 70% of people that will not do the business, or 30% of people that will do the business, is based on how you get them started right. Now, that person that you register on EC6 that brought 900 PV to your business, you discover that the next month, that person might not even buy up to 900 PV. The next month, the person might buy EC1, and EC1 is 45 PV. EC2 is 90 PV. EC3 is 180 PV. So the person might not buy. I'm trying to explain recruitment volume. So the person might not buy up to the package they came in with, because they needed to come in at the highest level so that they can increase their earning potential. But when it comes to building the business, reality has set in. On average, the package that people will easily buy, we're talking about team building, business building, building volume, is EC1. So it's what we can use to do this scenario. So let's assume that the person now buy EC1. So if the person buy EC1 on a monthly basis, or EC2, 90 PV, and that volume comes to, because you are looking at in securing your members to grow your residual income. So if you discover that it will take you at least 6 months of that person purchasing product of EC1 every month, or EC2 every month, or EC3 every month to get 900 PV, which is a long time. So what it means in this is that at the beginning, your recruitment volume will drive the highest volume. So we'll do this. This is the recruitment volume. It will go to the highest. So here is recruitment volume. It goes the highest. Sorry, volume. It goes the highest. We drive the highest volume. So when people achieve their first rank in the first month, is because recruitment volume is so high. And that's why I will tell you, launch their business in the first 30 days so that this volume will come in that first month. So you can imagine if you launch 10 people's business in the first month, do you know the volume you will generate in that first month? That's why I will say with this, you can predict success in this. Okay, so the recruitment volume in the first month is going to be high because ECC's package gave one ECC's package will give you 900 points. So, but you see, it may not happen the next month. It may not happen the next month. And the only thing, that is why you have to start working with your people so that because if you stay on recruiting, you will never build a team. So for you to build a team, it means you will stop recruiting activity temporarily. It takes time to get a new distributor started. When we say we are plugging them to the system, you are using the system, does not mean that you are hands off. It means you are going to model them, meaning that you have to take them by the hand and show them the system. That means you will spend time with them. When they want to do registration, you have to do a WhatsApp video call, show them how to share screen. You will teach them. So the time you're going to be using to teach those people, you are not going to be doing recruiting. You can't do recruiting at that time because you have to give them time. Why are we seeing a lot of nuisance today in terms of children that can't even have patience to even work at? A lot of people right now don't want to work out to make money. They just want to do ritual. See the rate of killings and that is happening just this month of January, because parental upbringing is important to actually model a child. The parent is the first definition of masculinity and femininity of every child. But you see, where parental care is absent, what happens? The internet, the environment will become the parent. And when the environment becomes the parent, don't forget, the mind will never discriminate between good and bad. So when they start doing bad things, the mind that conceived those ideas never discriminated any of those things, whether they were bad. The mind can destroy. The mind can create and build. It depends on what you expose the mind to. So when you start training your new members, getting them started right, it is time. The time freedom you want to get that you have not invested will never come to a reality. Before you have time freedom, you must have invested the time. You don't get what you have not invested. It's garbage in, garbage out. So that time you're going to be spending to get a new distributor right, because when you get them started right, they will build the business. They will fall into the 30%. And what happens that when you take your hands off them, even if on their own, they can stand on their own. Look at today, Marcel organized that event. I didn't even know. Only we just saw the video. That is what we are talking about. Getting new distributors started. I remember Prof had to go to Onitsha to start to do meetings with them, teach them how to do this business, set their perspective right, help them to manage their expectation, and gave them the understanding of network marketing, and things began to change, and they now begin to understand what they're supposed to be doing. And today they can do business or organize meeting without Prof even being in Onitsha. That is what we are talking about. Now, the second thing is product consumption volume. Don't forget, recruitment will grow your business. Product consumption volume will secure your business, will give you residual income on a weekly basis consistently. Now, the second one is the product consumption volume. Now, your goal is to keep the product consumption volume very close to the recruitment volume and not too far away from it. So if we were to draw a graph, this is the way the graph will be. It will be very close. It will be very close, sorry. It will be very close like this. Be very close. So this is products consumption volume. Very close. Because at the beginning, is going to be far away at the beginning. But your goal, at the beginning of your business, your product consumption volume is going to be far from recruitment volume. Especially when you launch your first 30 days with your new distributor getting started. The product consumption, they may not consume a lot of product. Why? Because they just want to test the product. So product consumption might not be much in terms of volume, but your goal is to bring it close to recruitment volume. Here is why. In any business, not just network marketing, the principle I teach, you can apply it to any business. In any business, trees never grows into the sky. Trees never grow into the sky. You will never come to a point whereby you cannot look at the sun, you cannot look at the moon, because trees are grown to the sky that it is blocking every sight that you would have used to see the sun or see the moon. You can't see a tree grow higher to that point to get to the sky. Does a tree grow? Yes, of course it grows, but it doesn't grow into the sky. What it means is that your recruitment volume will not just continue to go up. It will not go up and up and up and up. Your recruitment volume will not just go up and up and up and up. No, it doesn't just happen that way. It means that if something ever happens and your recruitment start to decrease or decline, it will take at least from the first month up to 18 months. After 18 months, so you can, that's why we always say you set one month goal, set 6-month goals, and set 18-month goals. In this time frame, if you don't achieve your set goals, you will never serious with Elixir International. Because the repair and the wiper tea will give you instant result in 24 hours to 14 days. So product consumption can give you consistent residual income in 18 months. In 18 months. So if your recruitment volume drops and it drops to this level, what you want to do is to work on it to get close to the recruitment volume. To what you want to do is you ensure you drive your product consumption volume by people consuming the product. And I've said the two products that people can consume that will give result faster: the repair and the wiper tea. So I think with this, we'll end it here today, and just we'll get the recording ready for everybody so you can listen to it again. And it's actually we're going to put it on YouTube and get the link out so that you can share it and use it for your team building. So thank you very much, everyone. I believe we all got value. If you have any question, I think I will leave the recording open so that, okay, let me just end the recording first so that the time doesn't count more than this. All right, so thank you very much, Prof.